I have been a lawyer for UDA for many years. Even right now, I don't think I've been removed. You do remember that when President Ruto went to the streets, to every corner of this country, what he was saying and promising Kenyans is that he will rule by the law. But all you're finding...
Kumechemka. Karibuni tena guys, niendelee kukupakulia jinsi ambavyo mambo yanaendelea kufanyika hapa nchini Kenya. Na nilikwambia guys, moments unaona na kupostia video, utambue tu kwamba kuna mambo tumejaribu kucollect. Na hii video iko na more than 30 minutes. And I want you to listen step by step. Na utanialau tu nikuchezee clip baada ya nyingine wakati ambapo nakwambia na kuchezea. Ili utambue ya kwamba this man is a one-term president. Unaona watu wangu? So guys, nasema karibuni tena. Karibuni, nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. Tunaanza na hii clash. Guys, in DCI kulikuwa na clash between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagwa's close allies. And I don't want you to miss this one. Na hii nataka nikuchezee wakati ambapo hii video inafika 20 minutes. Nitakuwa na kuchezea hiyo clip. But for now, nataka nikuchezee mambo ambayo yamechemuka saa hii. You see guys, William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya. Kuna wale vijana waliweza kuwa arrested siku za siku ya Sabasaba Day in Juja. Na ukiangalia vizuri guys, hao vijana ni less than 20 years. Na ukiangalia familia zao, ni maskini kabisa. But William Ruto ana command mahakama ili hawa Gen Zs watoke na bondi ya 300,000 Kenyan shillings kama funzo. You can just imagine guys. Angalia.
Vilio vya hofu na hoihoi nje ya mahakama ya Thika. Kina mama wakilia kwa uchungu, wakiwa wameishiwa nguvu na matumaini. Wanawao watalala jela usiku huu. Hizi ni nyuso za kina mama maskini wa Kenya wasioweza kukusanya kiasi cha dhamana walichowekewa watoto wao. Wengi wa waliokamatwa ni vijana wasiokuwa na ajira. Walikamatwa wakati wa maandamano ya Sabasaba kule Juja na sasa wameshtakiwa kwa kosa la uporaji wa kimabavu. Mahakama imeweka dhamana ya pesa taslimu ya shilingi 100,000 au bondi ya shilingi 300,000 pamoja na mdhamini. Kwa familia hizi, hata kupata sehemu ya kiasi hicho ni kama kushuka mchongoma.
The judiciary still has an imperative place to play in terms of ensuring the citizens feeling safe, that when they come before those courts, irrespective of your background, irrespective of who you know, that when you appear before those courts, that justice will be meted.
Lakini ni nini hasa kinachofanya masharti ya dhamana kuwaumiza wananchi wa chini? Nani huamua kiwango cha juu cha dhamana?
And considerations still lie with the judge or magistrate by dint of the CPC Act, the Criminal Procedure Code, allowing discretion, but they must take into consideration the circumstances of the accused person.
Wakili Julius Miri anayewatetea baadhi ya washtakiwa anasema familia bado zina njia mbadala za kisheria.
Hata ikiwa umenyimwa dhamana na koti la chini ama ukipenda subordinate court, unaweza kukimbia kwenye mahakama ya juu. Iko na ile nguvu ambayo tunaita the power of review. Inaweza kulazimisha koti ya chini ikupe dhamana. Amri ya pili ambayo inaweza kutoa, inaweza kusema ya kwamba dhamana hii ambayo mtu huyu alipewa ipunguzwe kwa kiasi fulani.
Katika taarifa, tume ya huduma ya mahakama JSC kwa upande wake imejibu wakosoaji wake ikitaka kuheshimiwa na kupewa uhuru wa kutekeleza wajibu wake wa kikatiba.
Nono watu wangu. So William Ruto ameanza kutumia mahakama kupunish opposition team and Gen Zs. Nono watu wangu. Na by doing that, atakuwa anafanya nini? Atakuwa anaendelea kulustu polepole support until 2027. Nono watu wangu. Another story ni kwamba Rigathi Gachagua tonight aliachilia bombshell. You see guys, William Ruto alitumia Raila Amolo Odinga kudeliver information to Kenyans kwamba tunataka dialogue na hawa vijana. Tunataka pia dialogue na hawa opposition team ambayo ni Rigathi, ambayo inaongozwa na Rigathi Gachagua. And don't forget, Rigathi Gachagua anatuambia nini? William Ruto impeached me. So ni dialogue gani William Ruto anataka? Ni dialogue gani William Ruto anataka, na tayari ashafanya dialogue na Raila Amolo Odinga? Na walifikiria kwamba akifanya dialogue na Raila Odinga kwamba atakuwa amepata full support, hakuna mtu atampiga vita. Na ndio mambo imekuwa wasi zaidi. Sikiza.
Still got something this time around, but there is room for serious mentorship. And in PLP we have introduced a clause which I borrowed from a party, the ACT Wazalendo of Tanzania. We have a term limit for the party leader, so I will not be eligible for the next party elections. It's a way of forcing mentorship for others to take over. Yeah. I'm going to take one last question.
I have a question to the principals. If Kenya is burning and KK administration reaches out to both of you, what would be the irreducible minimum to work with KK government for the sake of the country?
Thank you very much. We have had that line of thoughts, Raila Odinga. We're asking the people of Kenya, you want me and my to go and sit down with somebody who has killed our young children? What we are saying is, it's not possible to have any dialogue with William Ruto because the guy is a pathological liar. We are actually even having doubts. We are having doubts whether his real name is William Ruto. So, and let me say this. That line of thinking about dialogue is being brought by Raila. Raila is totally irrelevant in the Kenyan political discourse because every election cycle he loses, he finds his way into government. He wants to be in government, but he doesn't want responsibility. Yeah, he is there, but somebody else takes the flak. Right now he finds things are too hot for William Ruto. He is trying to distance himself. But if he was a patriotic Kenyan and he meant well for our country, he would disengage from Kasongo. But he is talking when his mouth is full, you know, and they are called table manners. So what we are saying is, and it's very clear. I was saying this morning, forget about him. The support he had across the country is gone. The Kamba nation used to support him, they are not there. The Gusii nation, they are not there. The Luhya nation, they are not there. The Maasai, they are not there. The Mombasa, they are not there. Again, the Gen Z who are going to determine the next election do not want to hear his name because he betrayed them, and on their blood, he negotiated his way into government. The payslip holders who are suffering because of excessive taxation and bad governance don't want anything to do with him because he is supporting the government that is really, really humiliating them and making life impossible for them. So we are saying the dialogue that we need is in the ballot box in 2027. That's where we need to sort out this question once and for all. And I think it's good. We cannot keep on having situations and people talk. You know, Raila has been in every dialogue, but the problems of Kenya do not end. I think what we need is transformative leadership. And I think it is time we just persevere for 2 years and sort out this matter once and for all. Si ndio? wanaume na wanawake waonane, so that hii maneno ifanye nini, iishe, so that we are able to move forward. So my brother, if there is any talk with William Ruto, I am not available. Yeah, and I am sure my sister here, when I say one term, she has a problem with it. She wants no term. So I don't think she's also available. And therefore, I think let's agree we have a problem, and let us not try to fix it with half measures. I don't think the Kenyan problem is talking to William Ruto, because even if what you agree, it will be a lie, I can tell you. So there is nothing that we can discuss with him, because it cannot work. We need to have new leadership that is informed by people's aspirations, that cares for what people think and what they feel. And I think that's going to happen. And we ask you once more, be part of that process. Msiwachwe nyuma, tukue pamoja.
Huyo ni Rigathi Gachagua, the former deputy president, impeached person. Venye hao wana believe, unaona watu wangu, anawakosesha usingizi usiku na mchana. And don't forget, hapa Kenya, close allies wa Rigathi Gachagua pia wanasema kwamba it's better you kill us, but tutabaki tukiendelea kukupiga kama one term. Sikiza.
Mimi sijaingia police station maisha yangu yote, sijaandikwa kwa hiyo kitabu. Na mimi si pastor. Ile nasafanyanga ni siasa. So wacheni twende tukasikie mbele.
So what do you tell your Naivasha people?
Well, to be firm. Na tuombe. Na tuseme ni one term.
One term. Kwa sababu wamesema iko summons walikuwa wametumia mheshimiwa Jane. So hawajasema ni kwa makosa gani. So that's why tunataka kwenda mpaka huko headquarters ndio tujue kama ni makosa gani mheshimiwa Jane amefanya. Lakini we all know that hii ni political intimidation na persecution ambayo inafanywa na President William Ruto. And we are ready and willing. Sisi wote we have always been ready. Kila siku mimi naambia watu yangu ukitoka nyumbani vaa jacket mzito, kwa sababu William Ruto hana njia nyingine ya kusimamisha sisi. Njia yake ni kutumia askari, kutumia magari yetu ya polisi na kusumbua sisi. But we are ready and we are willing, and we will take him head on, kwa sababu he is running down this country and we shall not keep quiet. He wants to intimidate us, to persecute us so that we can submit. Lakini hiyo haitafanyika na haitawezekana. Sasa wamesumbua mheshimiwa Mkonji, sasa huyu ni mheshimiwa Jane anasumbua. Nasikia mimi unajua kila siku ninakimbizwa. So you can actually see magari hapa yametumwa, magari kama milioni moja. It was as easy as just summoning, because we had actually responded to the summon. Wakili wetu walikuwa wamerespond kwa summon na akasema ile siku wanatujaji kotini, tutakuwa kotini. So even now that will be our position. It is not the work of a member of parliament to investigate. It is not the work of a senator to investigate, because we all know we are law-abiding citizens. Na siku ile tunahitajika kufuata sheria, kila siku tunafuata. Mheshimiwa, there was that clause that she was being accused of, and it was scrapped in 2016, barely almost a decade ago. And prompted by that, she declined to visit the place, the DCI. So what do you have to say about the clause? I'm sure you have seen the response that was made by her advocate.
Yes,
on why she felt that that someone was not based on any principles of law. But when they came in here, so they have not told her what a specific crime or what the specific reason why she had been invited here. They have said that for them was just to process her and take her to DCI Nairobi. So that's why I also want to rush there, so that we can understand what reason is there. But of course, you all know, they will just fabricate something, and we know that at the face of the Constitution, it will definitely fall. It cannot stand and see the light of the day. It has never seen, and it will never see. Because you see, evidence, you cannot recalibrate evidence on any matter, on any crime. You have to have watertight evidence on something that you accuse anybody of. So all of us will be arrested. Let me also tell you that. Yeah. All of us will be arrested. It's only that our day has not come. So leo ni siku ya Jane Kihara, last week ilikuwa siku ya Mkonji, next week itakuwa siku ya nani, hata mimi siku yangu inakuja na ule mwingine, na kila mtu atashikwa siku yake, na ndio ya ready.
No, watu wangu, you can just imagine. You can just imagine. So now, story ingine kabla uangalie clash upande wa DCI. I want you to understand that William Ruto ameanza kutumia tactic kwamba Mudavadi jifanya ni kama unaenda kuquit ama kuexit Kenya Kwanza government. Unaona watu wangu, huyu ni William Ruto delivering information to Musalia Mudavadi kwamba jifanya tu una exit ama una resign, and jifanya kwamba unafungua new party ili to divide hizi votes za upande wa Western, because William Ruto asha realize ya kwamba Western ishakuwa united under Governor Natembeya kama kingpin. Wetangula na Mudavadi mambo yao ilisha. Hao walikuwa wanatafuta kushiba na wameshiba na wamekuwa lazy. Unaona watu wangu? So na William Ruto amekuja kurealize kama Western imeenda, Mountain imeenda, acha nijaribu kurudisha Mountain, acha nijaribu kurudisha Western peke yake, because tayari niko na Nyanza. Na Nyanza ni 2 million votes. 2 million votes. Na upande wa Western ni 8 million votes. Mountain 8 million votes. So nitafanya aje? Ni ku make sure Mudavadi anafanya nini? Anaanza kufungua new party ili wa divide hizo votes, ambayo ni chama inaitwa DNA party. Mudavadi anajaribu kuifungua na ona urge Gen Z waingie pale plus opposition leaders. Unaona watu, baada ya kumaji his party, NC party na UDA party. Skiza.
But we are encouraging them to come and occupy the space. That's the assurance that we want to give to our young people. And it's amazing what time can do. If the president has forgotten how he can leave office, he's asked that question, is very relevant. How do you want me to leave? Mr. President, how did you get there in the first place?
It is difficult to imagine a stable Kenya under this presidency beyond just a short distance from where we are today. The recklessness and ruthlessness has been completely out of character.
Your own home base back in Eldoret is saying you should go home. Do Kenyans want to remove President William Ruto? Yes. They are telling him very clearly that you must go. Do they want to do that extra constitutionally? I don't think so, not at all. I don't think there's any individual who has got the capacity to mobilize young people in the manner in which we have seen has begun. So we expect them to drop that ideology, because it does not make sense. When you say that we are coming together because we are cousins and we are campaigning on the platform of being cousins, you are excluding like-minded people who do not belong to the communities that make you think that you are cousins.
We want a country that unites all, and that is the stand of DNA. We must climb down from those ideologies. We must bring the country together. This country can never be on Bantu Nilots divide.
If I wanted to join another party, I can do it. If I wanted to merge and I had a party, I was leader of a party, I would do it. Okay? So it's very clear. So as far as I'm concerned, a decision was made, the proper party resolutions were undertaken and procedures were followed, and the ANC party merged with the UDA.
Unaona watu wangu, na hiyo ni game plan ya William Ruto ku make sure anachanganya upande wa Western region. Unaona watu wangu. So now, story ya mwisho sasa. Hii ndio story tulikuwa tunangojea wakati ambapo Rigathi Gachagwa's allies walikuwa na clash na William Ruto upande wa DCI headquarters.
Who, like he has explained and the lawyers have explained, has been here since 10 a.m. And of course that's harassment because you possibly cannot be writing one statement since 10 a.m. this morning. But because I do not want to delve into the substance, the merits or the merits of the case, because of course of the rule of sub judice, but nobody doesn't know that Honorable Mokonji's tribulations started when he fought for the rights of one Billy Mwangi who was abducted following last year's Gen Z protests. And that is when Gitonga Mukunji, MP for Manyata, became a marked man. And of course, like he has explained, we know that somebody is very uncomfortable because Gitonga Mukunji, again, it is known that he has ambitions. He has gubernatorial ambitions in Embu. And like he has explained, it has been reported that somebody had requested for his arrest. And this is what now should be considered as terrorism. The people terrorizing those who are opposed to some of these very evil government policies, like abductions and that kind of thing. As we see it here, as we stand here with Honorable Mukunji, Honorable Jane Kihara has also been, I think, arrested and is on her way here. I don't know whether she has been able to reach this place. And so we know that this is political persecution through, of course, trumped up charges. And like Honorable Mukunji has said, you cannot charge a demonstrator under the Kenya Anti-Terrorism Act. We know that some young men and women, members, officials of DCP have been charged under Anti-Terrorism Act because allegedly they torched Kikuyu police station. But Mawego police station was torched somewhere in Homa Bay. No youths have been arrested and charged under Anti-Terrorism Act. And so this is political tribulations, and your guess is as good as mine regarding who is being charged under Anti-Terrorism Act and who is being spared such where the same offenses, if at all, have been done. But we thank our courts that our judicial officers are actually impartial, and we expect justice for everybody. For now, we want to say that no amount of intimidation, arrests, or whatever it is will intimidate us, will make us cower away from fighting for the rights of Kenyans, for fighting against the violation of human rights in this country, and for pointing out at the evils and the ills being perpetrated by this government, including economic crimes and many other crimes, including failing completely the education system, the health system. We shall continue talking about that. For now, we continue praying for Honorable Mukunji, for God to protect him and to give him good health. Thank you very much.
Being made by people who are in government, including calling for even ethnic kind of fights. You really wonder why first NCIC have not summoned anybody to ask questions. We've heard our MP from Belgut, Nelson Koech, the words he said. We know what Honorable Kampet has said. We have very many people who are speaking bad things, who are trying to incite Kenyans against each other, but nothing is being done. What we are asking is very simple. If you are summoning people who seemingly are opposed to you, you also need to use the same sword that you are using and summon those others. So that when DCI are arresting people, they arrest members of parliament across board. They don't arrest members only who are seen to be opposed or who are fighting for the rights of Kenyans. We need to be clear. And then one thing that will not happen is we will not be intimidated. And that is something that really should sink very deeply into this state. That whatever you do, however many people you arrest, whatever you trumped up charges you bring against people, no one will be intimidated to stop speaking about the ills of this government and the people of Kenya. Need somebody to fight for them. Thank you. Your names? Munyoro MP Kegumo. Joseph Munyoro MP Kegumo.
Thank you very much. My name is Wakili Edward Mureu. I'm a member of parliament for Gatanga constituency, and I'm here by the virtue of being the lawyer for Jane Kihara and the member and also the lawyer for DCP party. I think today, as you have seen, Jane Kihara has been arrested from her house in Naivasha, and the reason for her arrest is purely because she has failed or refused to heed to unjust, unfair, and illegal summons. And maybe it's good for the members to understand that she was summoned under Section 132 of the Penal Code. Section 132 of the Penal Code was declared unconstitutional. And this is very important that I read for members of the Judiciary, members of the press, to know that Section 132 of the Penal Code was declared unconstitutional by the High Court of Kenya in the case of Robert Alai versus Honorable Attorney General, petition number 174 of 2016. That's why Jenny Kara is here. We wrote to the DCI and I told DCI, look, we are not ready to comply with an illegality. But because this government has become rogue, has refused to rule by the law, by use the law of the jungle, that's why she's there. Nevertheless, my point is very simple. I have been a lawyer for UDA for many years. Even right now, I don't think I've been removed as Secretary in charge of legal affairs of UDA party. I'm the founding member. And one of the tenets of the UDA party and Kenya Kwanza was to uphold the law. You do remember that when President Ruto went to the streets, to every corner of this country, what he was saying and promising Kenyans is that he will rule by the law. But all you're finding is has discarded the Constitution, has discarded by the law, now he's using the law of the jungle. Secondly, as you can see, the people who have got the history of this country, and in particular, the members of the Fourth Estate, you do appreciate that President William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza government, they are in power by the virtue of what you call political sympathy. The fact that they had issues with Uhuru, the issues that he was being persecuted, that's how he got into power. What I want to promise Kenyans is this. The same medicine which is being meted against the members of the DCP party, in particular people who have said we do not stand for misgovernance, corruption, lack of employment, mismanagement of the economy, and even including building churches in State House. We have said very clearly we shall continue talking and telling our people, look, time has come, and we shall continue fighting in courts and wherever it is. Today, we have close to almost 200 Gen Zs who have already in court with all manner of charges, including terrorism. And it's very important that I tell the country this. When you charge people, the citizens who were exercising their rights under Article 37 of the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom of demonstration, and freedom to picket, and you turn them to become terrorists, you may succeed in trying to suppress them. But what you're also suppressing, you are sending the message to the whole world that Kenya is a country of terrorism. Kenyans are terrorists. So investors go away. Tourists don't come because your security is not guaranteed. So you may try to kill or to suppress the popular position of the people, but in my opinion, that is one of the most, let me say, unthoughtful idea to charge Gen Z is killing a fly with a sledgehammer. The impact on this country in terms of, in the eyes of the public, in the eyes of the international community, that Kenya eventually will become a pariah. And therefore, as we try to bring public order, my final remark is as follows. And I say this in Parliament. You may suppress members of Parliament, you may suppress Gen Z, but until this government addresses the actual issues which are making Kenyans angry, this is what you see right now is just about the party. Because Kenyans will not going to allow to be suppressed. We need to address and go back to the manifesto, go to the default vote mode and address the issue of unemployment. We need to address the promises given by this government that they will create jobs for these people. Kenyans are jobless. We want to address the fact that we were told we be put money in our pockets. Instead of put the money in the pocket, that money has been removed from the people through overtaxation. We want to be told that they will promise that corruption will come to an end. What is happening right now? Corruption is on all-time high. In fact, what you call planned and budgeted corruption in our budget. And therefore, Jane Kara is one of them. Is going to be court tomorrow. Many others will be in court tomorrow. Some of us are even walking around with court summons and even court orders to hold us from being prosecuted. But it will happen. One of these fine days, we'll get a country which respects the rule of law. Thank you very much.
Is your client already here, Jane Kara, and also abusing the charges?
As I say, I'm his lawyer, and one of the she has been picked, and she's just right here. She's here, and we hopefully I've gone to the gate, and of course the police are very agitated. They don't want to see anybody around, but we do know that she's around here. But we expect them to comply with the law, bring her to court tomorrow. We apply for the bail. And then we can continue fighting. Otherwise, we are not going to be tired. And we have told our lawyers to be ready wherever they are, and we continue the fight. Thank you. Yeah, it's just summons. They issue under Section 132. Nothing else. Yeah, thank you very much.
Harambe! One time! Harambe! One time!
Kanchori here want to add something because.
My name is Dr. Daniel Kanchori, one of the DCP lawyers. We just want to say to our young people and to our country that it's not a crime to be young and to be innovative. Our Gen Zs have put a very clear case. They want transparency, they want accountability, no amount of intimidation, no amount of a constitutional amendment or threats is going to take that away. We're just asking the president to be presidential, to be a father of this country, and address the cry of the young people so that we can have a country. But if you intimidate elected leaders and criminalize the criminal justice system, it's not going to work, it's not going to be a remedy. So I'm asking and urging all the young people to be courageous, to be strong. We are behind you, and our courts to continue to uphold the rule of law so that we can have a country. Kenya is a country governed by the Constitution and not by a will of a few people. We are also asking the president that we've seen a few people associated with him still going scot-free after issuing very serious statements that undermines the law, that undermines the peace of this country. We've seen the chairman of security, Mr. Koech, we've seen Maklap, we've seen even the Minister for Interior giving statements that are undermining the Constitution, and they are still working scot-free. This is unacceptable.
It is surprising that a member of parliament like Jane Kihara from Naivasha, the MP for Naivasha, at her age, that she has been arrested all the way from Naivasha, brought here to DCI. They are alleging that she has information which she can assist them on the investigation they are conducting. This is very unfortunate, and we believe that this is just a scheme to silence all those who are not supporting the government, those who have dissenting views against the government.